We're seeing some green on the screen, but is the crypto bubble about to pop? We're going to talk about our favorite prices of XRP, XLM, Hbar action, but we are seeing the green. But there's concerns with SOLANA.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Got a lot of indicators telling us that the pain train's about to come, but I'm seeing green up on the screen. What gives? Well, we'll get into that, but before we do, your comments come first. Hot, spicy, naughty, relevant. Maybe I'll share it beginning of the next video. Damien's hanging out with us and says, still the best, no BS, my dear sir. Talking about the news. Like you said, things seem slow, but they're moving quite quickly. If it rains during your race and you're soaked, you really need to stop to pee. PP, bitches. Good luck. That's right, I'm getting ready to race, and I gotta be honest with you, I'm feeling the can't even talk right. Please tell me that the name of the race is Thunder Run 2000. It is not Thunder Run 2000. I am doing a last man standing race, and I got the rules in terms of what we're gonna do if we get bad weather. I am not happy. I'm gonna talk about it at the end. Global Traveler says, keep in mind this admin is only 50 plus days into the play. We are light years ahead. Good point there by Global Traveler. Power up for a strong run, brother. That's right, 100 miles, 24 hours. Let's hope the storms stay away. Bitcoin sitting at 84,413. We're getting some relief from BTC, but we got some indicators here that really aren't that good. ETH 1929, SOL at 133, XP at 235. Now, take a look at SWE making a move, ADA making a little bit of move. XLM 27.7, is that hot? Oh, I don't know. That seems a bit soft if you ask me. Hbar having trouble breaking the 20 cent mark, 19.6. Is Hbar a bargain at 19.6 cents? You believe you could snipe it for more? Pi, pumps and dumps, extreme volatility, big letdown, overpromising, under-delivering? Let me know in the comments down below. Pump.fun, meme coin frenzy fades as graduation rate drops. Okay, basically what they're saying here is that there used to be a whole bunch more meme coins launched, and meme was hot. Meme was bringing a lot of money in. A lot of it was from Solana. A lot of it was from Tron. So, meme. So you got one sector of crypto having some problems, some big problems. Well, you got a couple sectors, but we're talking about this one. Historically, the platform's graduation rate was particularly high. The best performing week came in November of 2024 when 1.67% of launch tokens moved to the open market. Now, what we started noticing is way less coins moving to the market and the number of them. During the week beginning November 11th, about 323,000 tokens were launched on Pump.fun. This means that approximately 5,400 tokens graduated in the ecosystem. Over the last month now, you're only getting 1,500 moving into the ecosystem, so a sharp decline. I'm highlighting this because we've seen with the prices of some of our favorites, the big pumps came with the announcement of the Trumpito administration winning the election, right? Go to the 1 year, you'll see what I'm talking about. But is the Trump pump fun over? I mean, certain indicators are telling us that the volume is starting to go back to levels before the election. We're going to talk about open interest. By the way, I've got charts showing you what the graduation rate of tokens are. You can see massive amount of action in November and a big pullback. This is all linked in the description down below. Okay, Bitcoin open interest reverts to pre-election norms as prices stabilize. All right. So we're kind of looking at the whole Trump effect on the market. Bitcoin's market activity shows signs of stabilization as key metrics return to levels seen before major 2024 events. Open interest, the total unsettled futures contracts and centralized exchanges in the CME has retraced this month, aligning with pre-November 2024 presidential figures. Similarly, BTC's future basis, the gap between futures and spot prices, has normalized to near zero, matching levels observed before the U.S. SEC spot exchange traded funds in 2024. So they're even saying the gap with the BTFs now, like that big hype with the BTC ETFs. I said BTFs, didn't I? That was kind of funny. But the BTC ETFs now have eroded. So we got meme going back to normal levels. You got open interest going back to normal levels. ETF, BTC-wise going back to normal levels. Stock market loses $5 trillion in value in 3 weeks. Whoa, so stocks are even on the loss? Our interactions with clients indicate that the mood music is changing. While many see recession talk as premature, concerns about erratic policy from the new admin abound with uncertainty tax hitting growth expectations is coming from Barclays strategist Emmanuel Cao. Another contributing factor to the decline seems to be the unwinding of growth trade related to artificial intelligence. Since February 19th, Nvidia is down 70%, and Roundhill Magnificent 7 ETF has fallen 16%. So again, the pump of AI doesn't seem to be as strong anymore either. And there was a lot of money that was pulled out of crypto to put into AI about a year ago. Yeah, you remember the AI craze. But now you're seeing the AI stock craze kind of take a big poopy too, right? The bubble popping. MicroStrategy, that's what I got up on the screen right now. And let's zoom into the 1 year on MicroStrategy. You could see right after the election, MicroStrategy pumped historically high, 543. We are now what? We're almost half of that, 291. So again, has the bubble burst? Are we just riding a downward wave? Now, opposite action is gold. Gold went down right away for the first month after the election news, but has overall continued on its upward roar, breaking all-time highs. And remember, gold is where players go if they want to avoid risk, if things are too dicey out there in the real world. Remember, crypto is where a lot of players go when we've got a lot of positivity, a lot of growth. Just like AI, it's a growth sector thing, right? But we've seen, though, some pullbacks of crypto and stock-related stuff, open interest as well. Now, when we look at ETFs, that's the other scary story. Check this out. ETFs for the 1 year. Big optimism through November. And then look at this. You started seeing the decline in ETF. In fact, to the point where we've had historic outflows of 2.7 billion. Yeah, billion. Just in like 1 week. So to go from massive inflows right around the election to now outflows, that's the ETF institutional market telling you what's up. XRP is still holding its price very well. I think we could all agree with that. Still way above the 50 cents it was before the election news. What about some of our other favorites? What about XLM? Let's bring it up here real quick. Because XLM is still above where it was. It was trading sub 10 cents for a long time. But XLM has erased a lot more of those gains. Compare it to XRP in the 1 year, you could see XRP for the 1 year is up 250%. XLM is only 92%. So is some of the alts now, or so are some of the alts, I can't talk, I got race nerves, but are some of the alts right now starting to shed all the optimism? Starting to see the bubble popping? Let's take a look at Hbar. Hbar right behind XLM in terms of market cap. Swinging on into Hbar. Let's go to the 1 year and see what homegirl says. Looks a bit more like Stellar's, doesn't it? Had the big pumps in the beginning, pulling back down. Where XRP has kind of got the little head and shoulders mini action going on. But you're starting to see the market really shed a lot of the optimism. And I'm talking about like the insano bonkers optimism. Okay, meme is nuts, right? We saw the whole celebrity meme coins. We saw all the crazy amounts of tokens. I did stories about over 11 million cryptos out there on the market. I don't even know how many there is right now. Let's take a quick look. Right now there's 12.66 million cryptos in the market. So the meme stuff is starting to pop. You're starting to see BTC open interest with line up with markets. Futures are starting to line up with the markets. The stock exchange is starting to pull back quite a bit here in the last few weeks. Stocks related to crypto purchasing had their big boom in early to mid-November, but have since pulled back. Gold, which would be your contrarian play to that, right? Your conservative play to offset all the risk. Gold is just a rip frickin' roaring contrarian to the risky stuff. Cryptos as a whole, market cap isn't looking good. Why didn't we talk about that, Klaus? Yeah, bad Klaus. Watch, let's put the 1 year for market cap up. Big pump in November, but we've almost erased it all. Go to some of our favorites here, and you can see the big pumperoni bought the best prices for some of them. For others, the pump came a little bit later, but still nowhere near as high as it was before. Volume is starting to come back down. It's still well above levels that we've seen before the election, but we got a lot of indicators out there telling us that maybe the best already happened. I still believe that the best is yet to come, but the indicators out there, the data is telling us, yo, the glory days were November to December, girlfriend. And right now, what are we seeing? We're seeing the market just kind of run out of steam. So if the market's running out of steam and the prices are where they're at right now, I really don't have a problem with that because we're way ahead of where we were in the beginning of November for the first, 10 months plus of this year. Now, are we at ATHs? No, of course not. But we're still way higher than where we were before. Maybe the whole Trump pump was just exactly that, a pump of too much optimism going into the market. Too much hopium being huffed by the hopium addicts out there. Maybe they drink the hopium. I don't know, okay? I'm not into that. But we're definitely seeing the market tell us that the big nutso juice has passed. And I'm talking about the hysteria. Yeah, you're going to see individual winners out there. But the big overall market hysteria seems to have faded, and now we're getting into normalization. So ask yourself this, those prices that I showed you earlier, if this is normal times, would you be upset with that? I mean, XLM, to be honest with you, was sub 10 cents for the longest time. Hbar was sub 5 cents for the longest time. Now you look at the price, you're like, oh, okay. It's off of the all-time highs, but still juicy. But where's this next pumperoni going to come from? Strategic reserve has been a dud. We know the case is going to get dismissed. Regs would be cool. I think we'd see a big influx with regs, but is it going to live up to the Trump hype pump that we saw from November on? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, in terms of the race that's going on tomorrow, it is 100 miles long. Essentially, it goes 1.05 mile. You've got 15 minutes to do it. So if you finish the race or you finish the one lap in 13 minutes, you got 2 minutes to do whatever you need to do. Pee, change your shoes, drink, a little bit of food. It's going to be raining. Weather's going to be shady. It's going to be hot during the day and really bad weather at night. So that means when you come around for your laps and all of a sudden if your clothes are soaked because you're sweating running in the heat, you got to save time to change out your socks, your shoes, apply the chafing lube and all that kind of stuff. And when it rains at night, well, I'm not happy about the rules that they got because they said they can't protect all the runners, and I totally get it, but that they would make the cutoffs be faster as the race goes on if we need to race that way because of inclement weather. So essentially what would happen would be instead of 15 minutes to do a lap, and you're sitting there going, but Klaus, 15 minutes, it's plenty of time. But imagine how fast you are 60 miles into a race, 70 miles into a race. You're not as fast. And if you have to stop for a minute or so to pee, that's a minute you don't have to get your hydration, to change your shoes, change your socks, put on chafing stuff, a little bit of nasal spray, maybe you got allergies. You get my point. So the format now is if the race weather is bad, they peel back the time. So instead of 15 minutes per loop, maybe they dial it down to 14:30 for the next one. And the next loop is 14, and the next one is 13:30, and so forth. Yeah, talk about not knowing what to expect tomorrow. And that's what I'm feeling right now. I have no idea what to expect. I've got a vehicle packed with tons of gear, no idea what I'm going to need. It's supposed to be super warm during the day, and it is supposed to be absolutely nasty, windy, thunderstorms, horrible pouring rain at night. I don't know what's going to happen. I know that in less than 24 hours from now, though, I'm going to be doing loop after loop after loop. I'm going to try not to let it bother me. I'm going to try not to let the rest of the day bother me. So I'm going to put some earbuds in. I'm going to chill out, and I'm going to choo-choo bitches.